Welcome back to the Charged Up Show. In this episode, we get to talk to OHL veteran Eric Uba, who is currently playing for the Guelph Storm. Throughout this episode, we run through his hockey career so far and see what it's like to live in Flint. This episode was brought to you by Holistic Hockey. Holistic Hockey offers on-ice skill development, including development with skating, stick handling, and shooting. If you're looking to gain an edge this summer, call or text Tyler Ertal at 519-501-2971. Hope you enjoy this episode.
Please welcome to the guest, Guelph Storm forward, Eric Uba.
Hey guys, thanks for having me.
Yeah, thanks for coming on. Appreciate it.
I don't know if you saw, but I posted a TikTok on your goals last night and actually did pretty well.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know.
I didn't see that.
How many views
It's over
did it get?
100. It's 100 likes. I don't know.
Oh, 100
what the view-
likes.
And I posted at like 11 last night, so I haven't even checked it since like 9 a.m.
Let me just check right now.
It's doing pretty well.
I didn't even see
It
that.
was the goal. Well, I'm assuming I'm sure you didn't see it. It's not like viral or anything, but it was a goal against Hamilton.
Oh yeah, I
Yeah.
remember that one.
Have you seen it? Did you see it, Keith?
Yeah, it's only at 600, but it's growing. It's going fast.
600 views?
Yeah.
Whatever.
The
It's not a lot of likes.
Yeah, the like ratio's up. But anyways, how's it been back on the ice? Have you been out there at all?
Yeah, I've been skating for the last 3 or so weeks, like 2 to 3 times a week, which isn't bad, but definitely the first week was tough. I don't think I've gone that long without skating. Like, it was probably 4 months without skating. I don't think I've ever done that in my life, so it's nice to kind of get back to normal with gyms opening up and ice time. So it's good to get back to like the summer routine that I'm used to.
At least it's one of those things where everyone's going through the same thing. So
Yeah,
everyone's
exactly.
feeling that. So it's not like you definitely, I'm sure, get that sense of falling behind, but not as much when there's like everyone else doing it, right?
Yeah, everyone's kind of in the same boat. There's not much you can control. So
Definitely.
And it's just who's been on already. Like my first time on, I already like Farles and stuff had already been on, and they're chirping me because I'm falling or whatever. But then
yeah,
today I've had a couple weeks, and there's kids their first time, and you can tell it's their first time on the
I
ice.
know it's brutal.
Sucks. We've all been there. But let's get right into hockey. And I played as a 16-year-old for Paris this year, Junior C. And some people look at Junior C as like obviously not the strongest league, and
Yeah.
obviously you'd rather play Junior B. But what's your opinion on that? Obviously, you could have played Major Midget. What was that like?
Yeah, so after that year, my minor midget year, I thought I had a good year. I think, my skating didn't really keep up with the junior level, but thought I'd be able to play junior B, and that was what I was hopeful for. But, with the junior B rules back then, like you're kind of locked to one team, but now I think that's changed where
Yeah.
you can kind of move around. So, it didn't work out in my Kitchener for the Dutchman. So then I kind of showed some interest, and I think they probably run the best junior C program out there, and which is why they got promoted to junior B. So I was happy to play there, and my brother, he was a 96, so that air team had a lot of players that my brother already played with, so I was familiar with, so that made it easier for sure. And just like the program they run there, like it's like the staff, the coaches, they're amazing. I can't say a bad thing about it. And definitely grateful to have played junior C that year in air over playing midget. I think the experiences I've had with that were, memorable. Winning the Schmaltz Cup with that team, I think we played probably 24 playoff games, or no, I think it's 8 series, 4, and then the Schmaltz Cup is 4 series. So that playoff run alone, it was just really memorable and really helped me out in my game.
Yeah.
Do you think you made the right? Yeah. Do you think you made the right decision from going from minor midget to junior C?
Yeah, for sure. I think just playing against 20-year-olds and even 21-year-olds in that league, it's just a lot more mature, and it kind of gives you a taste of what junior hockey is about. And I definitely think I made the right choice playing junior C that year.
Was it intimidating to have that like giant age range too?
Yeah, I think so. Like I also was familiar with them, but just like going from playing minor midget where everyone's the same age to junior where you don't really know everyone and like everyone's in a different point in their life, so it's kind of different. But I adjusted to it, I think.
And then what was that season like? Obviously, you talked about the run, but you're like that team was expected to win every game, like no matter what. And, like how that season?
I'd say we could probably compete with most junior B teams. Like a lot of the players on that team came down from junior B or junior A, and yeah, like some games it was a like blowout. But once we got into the playoffs, I think it was a little more competitive. So that was good. Like, I don't know, like there's a lot of games. Some teams are weak, so it's kind of a waste to be able to be playing like and winning like 10, 14, nothing. Like it was kind of, oh well, but going into the playoffs, it was definitely a different type of hockey.
For sure. And kind of run us through the Schmaltz Cup you said earlier. Like, what was your, like, obviously it's a big game. How was your mindset and like how was like the atmosphere, like playing in like the rinks and stuff?
And I'm sure you built quite the fan base too.
Yeah. Air really likes their hockey. They packed that rink every game for the playoffs, so it was definitely fun to play in. And you see how passionate the older guys were about winning it, and they already won it the last year, so kind of made it easy to play for me, like just to do it for the older guys when I was a 16-year-old.
Obviously, I'm assuming you wanted to make Flint right off the bat next season, and you got a little bit of a taste, but what made you decide to go to the OJ? And obviously you played for Wellington, which is one of the best, probably the best OJ team that you can play for. But what was that decision like versus maybe playing local?
Yeah, so I think, I definitely had playing in Flint my second year of junior in my head in the summer, and I think I worked for it, and I thought I earned it, but, some things just don't work out. And Wellington messaged me. I think that was the only team from the OJ that messaged me, and I just wanted to play at the highest level I could. So I went to Wellington and played there, and yeah, it was good hockey, and it's about as best as you can get compared to the OHL. So I think that was what was best for me.
Do you think it had a big impact on your career too, of like in terms of getting you to the next level and being a better player?
Yeah, I think, I could have played junior B, but I just felt like, I had the OHL in my head and that's what I wanted to do. Or even, playing in the OJ gives you a chance at a NCAA route. So kind of just wanted to do whatever I could advance my career as far as I can.
Yeah. So was like NCAA like ever in like kind of your mindset at all? Like, did you ever think of playing there?
Yeah. I think going into Wellington, I kind of opened my mind to playing NCAA. Like before, it was always OHL, but after getting turned down by Flint that second year, I think I kind of opened up and to playing in the NCAA. And there was some interest, but ended up Flint came calling around at like I think it was December that they wanted to sign me, so I just decided to go the OHL route.
Yeah.
What was that like?
Like when Flint came calling and wanted to sign me, I think there was a lot of discussion with my parents on what to do, like because I could have gone NCAA, but I didn't have any like kind of full commitments yet or like any actual talks with teams, so it was kind of it was a lot of discussions and it was a tough decision, but I think going the OHL route, I think it really helped me out right now, and I think I made the right decision.
And then how lucky do you, like, I'm not super into OJ or anything, but I know like Oakville and Wellington are the two top organizations in the OJ. Like there's a big difference between them and the bottom ones.
Yeah.
You're ready to play in the top two OJ teams.
Yeah, so Wellington was a great organization. That town, it's like a town of like 1,500, like really small town, but everyone there goes to the Dukes games at Friday nights. So the arena was really nice, and they had a lot of fans. So it's a great organization to play for, and I was happy to play there to start my second year of the junior.
Now, after that, you finally got your first kind of run in at Flint. What was that? What was that like? That whole situation?
Yeah, it was definitely a good experience to kind of play a couple games that second year and then be there full time the third year just to get some, experience in that league and just to know what to expect for the summer training and for the next upcoming year.
Obviously, you were a bit of an older rookie, but did you really feel prepared to play in the O? Obviously, you had 42 points. Like, did you feel really ready? Like you obviously.
I felt like I could have played there my second year. I thought I earned it. I thought I deserved it, but I kind of just used that as a lot of motivation going into the next summer, just to kind of show everyone that I can play in that league and fit in that league. And I think that's what really helped me. I didn't really go into that season feeling like a rookie. Like I was just comfortable with the guys and I wasn't scared to, play against, the big names in that league and whatnot. So that definitely helped. And just being on a lesser like Flint team, we weren't very good. So kind of got a lot of ice time and opportunities, and I think I ran with it.
So playing in Flint, like, how did that like happen for you? Like, did you like stay up there, or did you like drive like majority of the time?
I think when I got called up, it was over the Christmas break. They had a road trip, so like they played Sioux, Saginaw, and I think I played a game in Guelph, I'm pretty sure, as well. So I kind of just went on a road trip with the team.
Cool. And then what's it like? We talked to Lennox, Tristan Lennox, and we're doing our golf video with him coming soon. And he talked about there's a big difference, and obviously you can speak to this, and playing for Flint and Guelph and living in the States, it's a bit different. You're not going out in the middle of the night, and you need to kind of be a bit, safer kind of in that way. And what was it like actually living in Flint?
Yeah, I think it's just a lot. It's a lot of an adjustment coming from Canada and, living in the States and whatnot, and living in Flint, which is known as not like the safest or nicest city in America. So, but I think, the team really like protected us and told us like you can't go in some areas or whatnot, and just kind of, if you're going somewhere, you're either going to the gym or hanging out at a billet's house or going to a restaurant. So it's kind of, there's not much trouble to get into there when you're a 19-year-old. The drinking age is 21, so no one really on our team was of age to begin with, so it wasn't really kind of something to be scared of in that city.
Yeah, fair enough. Was there any like culture shock a little bit? Like against like American, like I guess like the lifestyle.
America's definitely a lot different than Canada, and there's kind of a culture shock, especially Flint's known as like a poorer city and whatnot, so it's kind of different coming from Cambridge, Waterloo area.
Yeah. What was the fans like in Flint?
We got decent fans. I think this year they got much more fans because they were actually competitive, but we still had a bit of fans, which was all right. It's a smaller rink to begin with.
Now, what was your we've asked this to almost every OHL player we've had on, and even the bigger players as well, but what was your OHL moment, like the welcome to the OHL, or like the first time you might have felt like, okay, this is more of a big deal now?
I think my first year in Flint, my first full season, I scored my first goal, and then in the Sioux, and then I scored again in against North Bay, and then I think we played Kitchener on a Sunday, and I got the game tying goal with less than 10 minutes left, and that was definitely a exciting moment for me, and made me feel like I can actually be a consistent point producer in this league and kind of be one of the top guys on a team potentially. So that was big for me.
Probably a huge relief too, right? Like putting all the work.
Yeah, for sure.
What was the first game in Kitchener like?
Yeah, I think playing Kitchener is probably the best to play, being from there and now playing for Guelph. They have a big rivalry against them, so those games are fun. But yeah, the first game was kind of crazy. Like all my family and friends are there, and it was just surreal, going to games as a kid and then, watching the guys on the ice and then actually being one of them.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Then you got to that trade. You got traded from Flint. Then you eventually went to Guelph. What was it like to come back home in that sense? And did you have good feelings or mixed feelings about it?
No mixed feelings. I was really happy to be playing in Guelph, I think.
You also
Guelph's a great city.
Yeah, and you got
Pardon?
to play. We had episode 3 guest and 6 guest, Ben McFarland and Cooper Walker.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to play with those guys too. I bet that was a fun experience as well.
Yeah, they're good guys. They're good guys. They're funny. Yeah, so just Guelph, I mean, going from Flint to 3 hours away to being like 20 minutes away was just a huge relief and makes it a lot easier playing.
And so did you expect to get traded? Did you think you were going to get traded, or was it unexpected? And like, what was the moment where you got traded?
Yeah.
Where were you?
I kind of asked for a trade. I was working on a trade throughout the summer with my agent, and I don't think it was ever really Guelph was in the picture until they just stepped up and wanted to make the trades. But yeah, I think it was just I wanted to get a better opportunity, play like top minutes, because I knew Flint was going to be one of the top teams next year. And I thought I needed to get more exposure and play on a team that needed an older guy, needed more depth. So that's what I wanted to kind of find a team that could fit that.
Yeah, I'm sure your family was pretty happy too coming home.
Yeah, they were really happy. They come to pretty much every game in Guelph, so they're really happy with it too.
Awesome.
Now, kind of wrapping it up a little bit, what do you see next? So you're an older guy in the league, and are you thinking more of a pro, or have you thought of Europe crossed your mind, or even school?
Yeah, I think I'm going into my overage season in the OHL, so I think that's kind of my last year to kind of really prove myself, and hoping to earn a pro contract, whether that be a NHL entry level or a AHL contract. I think that's definitely in the back of my mind, and I think that's what I want to work towards. I think going to school is kind of a second option. I want to kind of pursue a pro career and then probably go to school afterwards that. But yeah, I think just working towards a pro contract.
For sure. What's the season looking like for you guys? Like, is it delayed, or like do you have like a certain date, like when to get back with like in programs and camps and stuff?
Kind of, it's all up in the air right now. I think the CHL commissioner kind of made a statement saying that they plan on playing in the next season, but whether that be a delayed season or, which I kind of assume it will be, I don't think they'll be able to necessarily start training camps on time. So I'm not sure. It's all up in the air.
Yeah, that's awesome, and we definitely wish you the best of luck in your OA season. We're all rooting for you on the Charged Up show, and thank you so much